Hello. Today in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how I learned WebSockets, and I did that by going through this little gambling project. The gist of it is that this backend server calculates a number, a random number, and it'll send it to the front end clients that are connected to it. And let's say we have the server calculates a 10. It's going to send it through the WebSocket to all the front-end clients, and they will visually display that the server rolled a 10. Alright, so just a little bit about the system design is that we're going to have a backend server and we're going to have many front-end clients. And so technically, if you're running this server on modern hardware, you should be able to have like hundreds of thousands of connections, because sockets are very like load. So basically what you want to do is you want to create a WebSocket server and listen for connections, and on the front end we're going to have a client that loads all the HTML and UI, and then it's going to call it's actually going to connect to the socket server, and then it's going to be waiting for data to come. And then back to the server side, we're going to have a bunch of clients that are connected to the WebSocket server, and we're going to have an interval period where we calculate a random number and we send that number to all the clients connected. And then those clients, of course, will get that number and then visually display it. So we can start off with the backend, and we're going to be using this WebSocket library called WS. So, of course, for the backend server, you're going to want to have Node installed. I have Node 18, and you want to type npm iws. Alright, and then you want to create an index file. Cool, so now we're ready to start making our backend server. So what we want to do for the server is we want to import that library. Alright, and then we want to instantiate an instance. We're going to have it on port 8080 and access it through localhost. So basically it'll look like this when we connect to it on the front end. Okay, so now that we have our server, we're going to allow connections to come in. And we can work with every connection by naming it the WS variable and doing stuff with it. So for now, we're just gonna log that we do have an incoming connection, and we don't need to do anything else with it for now. The connection will be saved in the WSS variable. So now we're gonna have the interval where we are calculating a random number, and we'll make it so it calculates every 10 seconds. Alright, so now we want to compute a random number, and I'm doing 0 through 14. And once we have that random number, we want to send it out to all the clients that are connected and ready to receive data. So the way we do that is we access all of them through this property, and then we want to iterate through each of them. And then we want to check if that WebSocket is ready to receive data. And if it is, then we're going to send the computed random number, which I misspelled. Alright, so our backend is done. Now we want to move to our front end. So basically we're going to be ripping this project, and I'll link to it down below. And now we have to link the style or the CSS file and the script to the HTML document. Alright, cool. So now if we open this HTML file, we should have that project. Cool. So that's working, and now we can take out this input and button, because the outcome will come from the server itself. Alright, now we want to go back into the logic and remove the logic for the button. And now we're going to create a WebSocket connection to the backend. So again, we're using this WebSocket that's native to JavaScript, not Node. So that's an important distinction when you're looking at the documentation online. So we want to create a new WebSocket that connects to our WebSocket server. And then we want to add an event listener, which will listen for messages that are coming in from the server. Alright, so let's go back to our backend file. And as you can see, earlier we wrote the code to send the computed number to all the clients connected. So that number is going to end up in the event.data property. And we also want to make sure it is an integer. So we're going to parse int it, and then we can spin the wheel to that number. Alright, so let's try it out. So what we want to do is type node index.js to run our backend script, and then we want to go to our front end client and refresh the page. And as you can see, we have an incoming connection, and it should start rolling. Yep, there we go, it rolled. So to show you that the WebSocket is open and connected, you can open up your browser's dev tools and go to network and WebSockets, and we want to refresh, and so we can connect to it. Alright, as you can see, we didn't calculate the number right. So let's figure out what happened. Oh, okay, I see what happened. I meant to floor this, not make it double random. All right, so we reset our server and refresh our client, and it should be working now. Yep, so as you can see, it got sent a 10. So visually, it rolled to make it look like it landed on 10. And we got another 10, so it should roll on 10. All right, and from our backend, you can see that we should be sending the same number to all clients connected. So what we can do is duplicate these tabs, and you'll see that the roll lands on the same one for every client. All right, we got 5, 5. The next roll, all 4 should line up. We got 12, 12, 12, 12. All right, cool. So as you can see, one server will send out a message to any client connected to it, and they'll get the same message. All right, so that concludes the first part of the tutorial, where we have data going from a server to all the clients connected. And in part 2, I'll show you guys how we can send data back, and that'll allow us to complete our casino, because we'll be able to send our bet amount back to the server, where it'll calculate whether we win or lose money. And we'll also be able to, once that bet goes back to the server, we can send it back to all the clients, and then we'll be able to populate some type of UI display to show everybody else's bet underneath. All right, so if you like this video, please subscribe and like, and if you have any questions, just comment down below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.